I'm gonna say, yep. Welcome back to Nibba Podcast. I'm your host, J Bats, and this is also your host, young Antoine, or whatever you want to go with.
Okay, well, that's fine.
Sure.
Yeah, so it's been an eventful week in that nothing actually happened. Again. But I'm trying to, I'm like, let's try to keep it consistent. A couple things happened, actually, little things, nothing too major. For one, and I'm actually now starting to forget what it was. Oh, yeah, actually, you brought it up. Joji being canceled by K-pop Twitter.
Oh, yeah. Did you see that yourself?
Yeah, I did. And it's really stupid. I'm actually just looking it up again because I kind of forgot the details. But I just put K-pop Twitter, and I meant to put K-pop Twitter Joji. But yeah, it's just another example of Twitter being hella stupid.
Twitter being Twitter.
And I think I said to you before, I was like, I'm surprised they never found out about Filthy Frank from Time.
Yeah,
because that was a really
it's been a while. Yeah. And that is what kind of gave him the stepping stone in the first place.
Right.
But now suddenly, all of a sudden, I don't know, maybe someone just found that and decided to make a big deal out of it. But now you just got a whole bunch of K-pop stans, as people are saying.
Yeah.
Just just like, what the hell is wrong with Filthy? I mean, what the hell is wrong with Joji? This Filthy Frank stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like, we know from day one, like, especially when, like, years ago when he revealed himself in that one video, it's like, it's clear as day. It's a character.
Mm-hmm.
A character, he even said himself, a character that is supposed to be someone that nobody should be. He literally says that. But that just doesn't get through their heads. They're just like, what the hell? That is all, it's just something to complain about for them.
I mean, I'm looking at some funny things on Twitter of, like, normal people looking at this, and people are going, like, K-pop fans be like, and it's a picture of Superman with the glasses when he's Clark Kent, and then right next to it, the glasses are off. It's, oh my goodness, can you believe that Superman is Clark Kent? There's pictures of... Did everyone know that? It says, I just found out Donald Glover is Childish Gambino. I'm literally shaking.
I saw
right
that. That one I saw.
It's so stupid. It's so stupid. And I don't even... Like, this cancel stuff needs to stop. It really needs to stop. It just gets dumber and dumber every day.
Yeah, this whole cancel stuff just started happening, like, I don't know, I want to say, like, 5 years ago, or at least when it started becoming a huge, just like where you see it everywhere.
Yeah,
and it's just like, it's ruining everything.
Yeah,
like, people will cancel other people for just, like, basically being imperfect people. Like,
right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everyone makes mistakes. It's crazy. But even then, like it's not in this specific case. It's not necessarily Joji. We're gonna go with Joji. Made a mistake. It was just
him
simply
around.
Him messing around. For the most part, he was doing much like what Family Guy does, and it's pretty much mocking American culture and the worst, like, kind of people out there.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
Like,
that's pretty much what he was doing.
Another person, I'm just looking it up again. I just saw this today. I don't know if you saw the film on Netflix, Extraction.
I have not, actually.
Okay, so basically, it's John Wick, right?
Okay.
But I actually like it more than John Wick, so I kind of put it to a higher standard, because there's stuff in John Wick that I thought was dumb. And this movie, it's like, it's not like an amazing story. Like, John Wick has a better world for all the assassins and all that, and how all that works. This movie is just kind of like, here's some action. But I just enjoyed it. It was just, like, more brutal, and I was like, yeah, this is what I'm looking for right now. So basically, that guy apparently, and this is the article at least I'm looking at online a day ago. Chris Hemsworth, aka Thor for the uninitiated.
Mhm.
He's being canceled after starring in this film. Shoot, I didn't mean to play the. Frank, I thought this was an article.
Oh my.
Um, but basically because what was it? Oh my goodness, where is this? And now it's all just videos. I wanted an article. I didn't want to play a video through the through the thing. But he's being canceled. He's being canceled, and people are complaining about how in Hollywood certain races play. Like it's like, oh, you got white people playing this race and white people playing that race. And there was like there was a thread of some black girls talking about how he's like the white man in power on the cover of the film. It's like, what are you talking about?
And you're canceling this man for being paid. It's basically what it is. It's like he didn't write the script. He was just like offered this, whatever contract. He's like, hey, I'll take it. That's pretty much all he did. And you want to cancel him for that.
And he's not even playing another race. He's just playing a white guy. Like, I don't get it. he has a tough time in the film. Like, yeah, he messes people up, but he gets messed up. He gets really messed up. So I just think it's stupid. I'm sick and tired of seeing. And I gotta preface this by saying I'm black because it doesn't sound like it. And when I watch my own YouTube videos, I'm like, yeah, I actually don't sound like how stereotypically people think a black person should sound. But I'm tired of these black people with these really half-baked arguments, just always talking about race and all this BS, and just like, calm down. Like, not everything's racial. Like, you guys need to calm down. It's getting to a point where it's like, all right, you're not even making arguments. It's like, you don't want to get shot, and now you're just putting things into a fever pitch, and you just keep taking it higher and higher and higher, but you're not being sensible with your arguments, and it's just dumb. I don't need to hear it. I don't need to see it. So, like, it's not like I'm out here joining. I was never a part of Black Lives Matter, so I believe I guess it's kind of dumb to say all lives matter now, because that was kind of the response to Black Lives Matter. I mean, it sucks. It's a crappy situation we're in the world.
It seems like the more we go away from, and I'm talking about like American culture, because that's where you got more mixed cultures and stuff. Like in Canada too, as well. That's where we're from. It's like, it feels like the more we go away from that, the more people complain. It's like, right. In terms of laws and whatever, it's like everyone has equal rights, including like women, whatever. But that's an issue too. Like, you got people complaining about everything. Yeah, that's just how it is.
Yeah. It's I don't know. It's I don't know. It's just the fact people just aren't being reasonable, and it's weird. But I get it too, because like today, here's another thing. Today I saw another thing that was weird. Twitch announced the new what did they call it? Safety Council, and they hired this woman.
Okay.
You would get it if I showed you her photo. Okay, let me stop drawing that out. I'll just say her, so I don't get canceled. Okay. And she. Okay, well, she was basically saying some weird stuff, and like saying things like what was she saying? She's saying things like she was talking about voice chat in games, and she's talking like games are very competitive, and voice chat is should not be allowed.
Actually, the reason I'm laughing is because I was playing Warzone for the first time in like ever. That because I use snaps. Mm-hmm. And I was like, every time I'm in like gulag and I like beat someone, some dude's like, motherfucker, like someone is just raging. That happens every time.
Yeah, that is actually hilarious. How many times I've heard kids like, what the?
Or even in the lobby before you get in the game, like people just actually getting mad about that before you're actually in the game.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Yeah, that's my experience.
But
anyways, what was your point?
The thing that's flawed with that argument is generally voice chat is like you're in your team's voice chat. So when you're talking about it being competitive and people needing to get their advantage anyway, how, like, what, your team is just gonna kill you to get the? I don't understand. Like, I did not understand what she meant by that comment. Made no sense. She had another comment saying that all gamers are white supremacist, and I think
Okay.
she also said, and that's a fact. Which now I'd like to play the video, but I don't want to just blast it through here.
I don't know where she
To
got
just
that from, but sure.
check that. But exactly, show me the census that you did,
I'm sure
the
everyone,
online survey that you took, and that proves that that's a fact, because that's
as a
crazy
gamer
statement.
ourselves, we know there's just. I mean, the only demographic that might lack a little more is like females, but like in terms
Right.
of races, you got everyone.
And
That's for sure.
and also, why is this person on the Twitch Safety Council? Now I assume it's because, like I said, she, with her man voice, who also gets she gets, like, it seems like she's getting petted on stream by her girlfriend, and it's like, it's very sexual. Why is this person on the Twitch Safety? Like, okay, well, like I said, I just kind of answered it for that because of what they're doing, right? That's, I guess, protected behavior. You know, you got to protect pandas, right? But they're animals. Why are you on Twitch? Like, she's literally there's clips of hers where she's being petted, and she's like just making weird sexual sounds. Is that considered content now? Should that be on Twitch, the gaming website? Like, you can have all sorts of content on Twitch, but once it gets sexual, is there not an issue with that?
I mean, if you're gonna have an issue with that, it goes back to everything that they've been having controversy with in the first place. It's like, be consistent with your rules.
Right.
Yeah, you got a whole lot of just like dudes shirtless and they get banned. And it's like, what the hell? And this actually goes like, it always goes back to Alinity, because I actually just today watched. Do you know what's his name? He makes animated videos.
There's a lot of people, dude.
Frank. I know, yeah, but there's this one dude who he's Andre Torbea or something like that.
I have no idea who that is.
Okay, well, he made a video on Alinity, and he was like, he pretty much went over everything, and he was like, he, like, I knew she was getting away with a lot, but it's like, until you're laid out everything she's done, which he did in that video, I'm like, holy, like, there is some, like, I don't know, dude. She's done, there's so much that goes on in Twitch that people, like, there's strict rules, people are banned all over the place. But Alinity, for some reason, gets away with everything. And not even just on Twitch, actually, because, you know, she she got a green card here to Canada. And she literally admitted on stream, she was like, yeah, so basically what she said was oh, you know the story. Okay.
Yeah, I know that one.
Well, I'll just say it for anyone who's might be watching. Or anyone who she was went to school for a doctor. She's like, oh, screw this, you don't get any money for being a doctor here in Colombia. And then she decided, okay, I'm gonna marry this Canadian guy. She got a green card to Canada. She came to Canada, and then she's like, all right, I'm gonna divorce him now. I'm here in Canada. We're all good. And yeah, that's pretty much how she got here into a different country and made a lot more money.
See, you know what? When I first saw that clip, I was like, man, like I was mad, and then I kind of like let myself to think about it, and I was like, well, you know what? 90 Day Fiancé is a show. You know what I mean? It's kind of like,
as well as 90% of women. Go on.
Oh, jeez. Well,
that's a joke. That's a joke for all the viewers out there. I'm kidding. Some of you girls are good.
You said some, so that 10%. It's a really small percentage. Yeah, I was just kind of like, after a while, I was like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just my reactionary side getting the better of me, because I'm like, that's gonna happen, and apparently the guys kind of like, we're friends. It's whatever. He doesn't even care. So I mean, that's gonna happen. I mean, her throwing the
Yeah,
cat. That's some. You know what? I'm kind of messed up because when she threw the cat, I didn't care. I
I didn't
didn't.
care about that part either.
I didn't care at all. But you already know how I am. I already said like if I was a firefighter and you expect me to go back in and get your dog, I'm sorry, Buster's gonna burn. It's like, and it is. I've never been that person. I can't put. Oh man, this doesn't work out for me saying this. This isn't good me saying this because if I had a dog, I'd want you to go back and get my dog, but I'd also see that you're a full human person, and a dog is a dog.
Mhm.
Like, you don't want your dog to burn in that house fire, but do you want to potentially kill someone's father to get your dog? Like, it is just to
Mm.
me there's always been sort of like, it's like, all right, there's something I'm missing
Well,
here.
even as a cat, like I don't like you can drop a cat upside down and then it'll land just perfectly fine. Like I don't know. For me, that was the reason why when she threw it, like it's kind of messed up, but at the same time, it's like, is it that messed up where you're gonna like totally cancel her?
Yeah,
I mean, probably not. Not for that
like,
reason alone, but there
yeah,
are definitely other reasons she
definitely,
was
definitely.
totally in the in like deserving to be canceled.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm just realizing what I did was kind of stupid. Anyways, I went to the extreme. I didn't have like a really grounded thing on that.
Talking
Um,
about firefighters and stuff.
Either way, I've just never been that person. Like, like that's just I can't look at an animal and forget this conversation. All right, you know what, dogs. If I have a
Ashton
dog,
Anthony about to get canceled.
yeah. Well, that's probably what's going. I'm not going out there trying to abuse animals. All right, and I'm not saying like if you see a dog floating away in the river, like I'm not saying don't try and get it. I'm just like. Okay, this goes to extremes because I was
Oh
about
my
to
god.
say if the dog's in the river full of piranhas, like just it's gone. I'm sorry. If it's a person, you might try a little bit more. But if it's a dog, you're kind of like, well, shoot, man. I'm never gonna see that dog again. He's not gonna owe me something. That dog's not gonna show up on my deathbed with like another human liver. Like, I got you for that transplant. Okay, people, I'm joking. Just forget everything I said.
I just at the moment you said what you said about that transplant, I instantly envisioned a video 3 years from now after like known and some guys making an exposed video and just cuts in that clip right there.
Oh no, man! It's one of the things like because okay, I'm like I think we kind of agree like people should have free speech, but it's one of those things where you start saying something and like frick, this is gonna get a lot of people pissed off. Like people love animals, people
Yeah, yeah.
love animals, and I like animals too. I just don't put them at the same
Nah, not even close.
importance as a person.
Nah,
It's like I'm just
definitely not.
sorry. It's like I can't go. I can't. For some reason, I'm having trouble thinking of a grounded example. All my examples go to extremes, so forget it. Dogs, cats, parrots, meerkats, wallabies, bats. Actually, screw bats. But
Coronavirus and all.
I will curb stomp a bat right now.
Just for all this.
Just. It won't even be the right kind of bat. It'll be like a fruit bat out of like out of Colombia or something. Just in the middle of a rainforest, just run up on a fruit bat, stomp it out.
You're remotely related to these people that cause you problems, so
Yeah.
you deserve that.
Shoot, that's how people treat Muslims. So,
I mean, that's how people were treated almost all of human history,
oh
anyways.
yeah,
So.
actually, yeah, correct, man.
So true.
You saying Bass can't get any of that work? Nah, Bass can get all the smoke. Oh my goodness. But yeah, you already know that's Twitch, and that's just that's just how it's like I keep saying. I think I said before, but it's just a weird time we're in now, where people are just. It's amazing how heated people get and how sensitive they are, and at the same
Yeah.
point, I get it. Like I get it, but it's like It's like none of us have. I get it because, for instance, I was at McDonald's the other day, right? Now this is a really stupid reason to get angry, and this is probably goes back to me having some mental deficiencies myself. But
Okay.
so I am, I'm waiting to get my food. I just order. I'm like, yeah, double cheeseburger. Actually, no, I didn't get a double cheeseburger. I got a chicken Caesar wrap meal. So I get up to the machine, and I'm like, she's like, what do you want? I'm like, yeah, can I get a chicken Caesar wrap meal? And she's like, sorry. And I said, chicken Caesar wrap meal. And she's like, oh, sorry, I couldn't hear that. And so I lean out. I'm like, chicken Caesar wrap meal. And she's like, okay. And then she starts like saying some stuff, and then she's like, okay, so double cheeseburger. And I was like, no. And I wasn't mad yet. I was like, no. I said chicken Caesar wrap meal. And she's like, oh, okay. And you want that added? I'm like, no, I just want the chicken Caesar wrap meal. That's the only thing. Now, I'm still not mad. I'm like, it could easily just be her headset or something, right? So I get up. Now, I'm one of those idiots that just doesn't check to see how much stuff costs. I didn't hear her when she said the price to realize, like, hey, I was paying for 2 meals. So I get up, I just tap the card, go to the pickup. Dude gives me this giant bag. Immediately, now I'm like, that bag is a little too big for just one chicken Caesar wrap. I open it, I see 2 fries, a chicken Caesar wrap, and the double cheeseburger that she had mentioned in the beginning. And he comes out with the tray with 2 drinks on it, and I'm like, yeah. I was like, yeah, actually, I said that I just wanted a chicken Caesar, and he's like, what? This is when my blood pressure went up, and he's like, sorry, what? Because I'm right in front of you. So how are you not hearing me? And I was like, no, sorry. I was like, sorry, no. I said I just wanted 1 chicken Caesar wrap. And he's like, the chicken Caesar wrap's not in there. I'm like, no. You're not hearing me. And he's like, I got 2 meals. I got a chicken Caesar wrap combo and a double cheeseburger when I only asked for the chicken Caesar. And he's like, I'm not sure what you mean. At this point, I was clutching the steering wheel because I was just getting like heated in my head, but I was trying to stay calm. And he's like, and he's looking at me and he's like, so what do you want me to do about it? And I was like, well, could you not take it back? And he's like, oh, you got charged for both? And I was like, yeah, no, that's what I've been trying to tell you. And he's like, and he starts doing that thing where he's like looking around, and I think I saw on his card that it said trainer, but I don't know why he was so flustered, because all he had to do was just go into the back and go like, hey, this guy got charged for 2 meals, like, it's easy enough to just tell me like, hey, can you come inside and we'll rectify this, yada yada. But when you're just so pissed, I'm just like, man, nigga, just give me the 2. I'm like, I said that in the drive. I'm like, nigga, just give me it. I'll pay for them both, whatever. And I took them home. And I went up to my granddad. I'm like, here. And he's like, what is this? I'm like, I got 2. And he's like, why'd you get 2? I'm like, because I got 2. And then he's like, I didn't want to. I wanted the 1, but they didn't hear me. And he's like, so why don't you go inside? I'm like, don't come at me with reasonableness and how I should have acted. Yeah, I got mad and I drove home. Take the cheeseburger. So it was this.
I can relate to that.
So like there was no. I should have just really pulled in and then went inside and been like, hey, can you take these back? I'm not paying for these, right? But I didn't. Because I was freaking pissed. I was like swearing all the way home. And as I was getting mad, in my head, I'm like, why are you so mad right now? Like, there's really no reason to be this angry. You could have solved this easily. And you're just in the car like, this nigga talking like, you don't know me, nigga. I'll pull up that chopper, nigga. What you talking? It's like, what are you talking? Anthony, what are you doing? This doesn't make any sense. Just chill. And the more I was telling myself to chill in my head, the angrier I was getting. It was really messed up and stupid, and it's really flawed in me. I don't know why I was doing that, but so yeah. So I can see how people get like really mad over stupid things. The crazy thing is, I would never, do anything about it. Like, say if someone I see like, oh man, like this actor, he's supposed to be black, but they used a white guy. I wouldn't then go to Twitter or anything and post my like retarded comment about it. Like I would just get mad to myself, probably tell you, and then we'd have a laugh about how dumb I am, right? Of course, now I'm talking about that story on this podcast, but that's like that I didn't like go back in and try to get that guy fired or the girl fired. I was just irrationally angry over something mundane. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
They could have easily just went to Twitter and said it's Kazam.
Could have easily went to Twitter and been like, it was racially motivated. I could have been like, this McDonald's hates black people. I didn't take my order correctly. They clearly had. I'm pretty sure that dude who was giving me my food had a Klan symbol on him. Could have just completely misconstrued that. Just been a woman claiming that someone sexually assaulted me, ruined their life, and went on my merry way.
Just out of business.
Which would suck because a lot of people go there, myself included. I need to stop. You know what's funny? We always talk about.
I used to go there a hell of a lot when I was like just after high school. I used to ball out, just play basketball, and then we always had, like, me and my friends, we always would play basketball, and then we'd have a couple meals a day probably there. Mm-hmm. We spent so much time at that McDonald's.
Yep, and now you guys now you are shawarma boy.
Yeah, now I'm shawarma boy, that's for sure. I'm just get shawarma and that's it.
Well, good. You know, shoot, man. That's how it be.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you know, that's the world. So what can you do about it? I mean, we kind of know what would happen, and yeah, we won't go into that. We'll leave that. Those discussions are not for this podcast because that's what I don't want to bring the crazies in chat.
I actually don't even know what you're referencing right now.
Okay, well, going door to door as a person.
Oh.
Yes. Okay. There we go. So,
or phone calls is we're doing that.
Well, yeah, that's what someone's doing. But moving on, I shouldn't laugh like that. That just takes off my grandmother. But yeah. What else is going on in the world?
Have you seen Elon Musk's Starlink project?
Darling project? I have
actually
not.
Starlink. Actually, there's a lot of story around Elon Musk, like the whole baby thing, the Starlink project. Yeah, it is weird.
This thing is worth $35.9 billion. Holy crap! Okay,
I'm pretty sure there's more now. Or did you just search that?
Oh well, it was showed up in the search, like without me even hitting anything. I guess it was one of the most searched things, which is weird because I've never searched up his how much he.
I don't even know.
He said Starlink.
Yeah, Starlink. So yeah, his well, actually, let's start with his baby because that's pretty relevant these days. Yeah, so I don't know if you know. Well, basically, I don't know what
XAE-12 or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. The first like half was apparently, like his wife's doing. I don't know what that. I mean, I forget. It's like Ashen something. I don't even know. It's supposed to mean something. And then like the last parts of his name, he was explaining on the Joe Rogan podcast, and it's just so jokes. Because he's
Didn't we talk about this last podcast actually?
Did we? I don't think we did.
We did. But yeah, I mean, okay. Well, let's just recap it quickly because it's just a weird name, and I know it has different meanings, and he explained it on the Joe Rogan's podcast. And I was like, I remember, I think speaking to you saying like, that's not gonna stop him from not getting bullied. That name, but maybe I was wrong.
Yeah, no, I don't think that was with me. What I was gonna say, what he did say, he was like, yeah, that last bit of his name, he was like, oh, that was my doing. That's actually the name of this certain like military aircraft.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was like, best plane ever. he was pretty much like, that's why I put that in there as his name because it's the coolest plane ever. And yeah, that was pretty much his reason.
Yeah,
for half of the name, anyways.
You know what? Whatever. That's
yeah. So it's kind of weird. Yeah, but anyways, the Starlink project though, I'm actually surprised you never heard of it. It's like there's been a train of like satellites that have been up in orbit, and some people have even captured it on video. You can see it. I don't know if you still can these days, but at least at a certain point, it was very visible. You just see like a whole like just lights one next to another, just kind of like going around in orbit. And I'm sure a lot of people, especially now with all the talk about UFOs, probably a lot of people thought that was UFOs and whatever. But it's actually Elon Musk's Starlink project, satellites in low orbit, and the whole objective that it's going to basically be is just to provide internet to remote locations that don't have internet, and also provide faster bandwidth for people who have internet now. Basically just like take a step further in internet is pretty much what it is. And also the estimated revenue that they're going to be making out of that, it hasn't even started, but the estimated revenue is supposed to surpass SpaceX's revenue over NASA's by quite a bit. Just off of this one project. And that's pretty big.
Meanwhile, all the internet services who basically have been taking net neutrality away are now trying to take away space neutrality. They're just like looking at Elon Musk like, how do we steal this off him so that we can charge these poor regions that don't have internet even more money? It's like there's like one rich executive looking like, we can collect cows, right? We can collect cows as collateral. Okay, yeah, let's collect the cows.
They're like, hey, how do we colonize the space around the Earth within a certain radius so that we just we control the internet?
Oh man, I can make an anime reference, but you won't get it. Damn it. Something's gone. You know what? That's Elon Musk. He's very soon he's gonna have it's gonna be like Gundam. He's gonna colonize Mars. You know about Gundam? Probably not. In the anime, like
no.
Mars is, well, among many different stories, like Mars gets colonized at some point, and then
I know our friend that actually listens to our podcast, for sure he will know.
Well, he'll know. Mars colony versus Earth, essentially, is what I feel like will happen at some point, because the Mars people will be like, yeah, we're from Mars. We don't need to pay any taxes to Earth, and then there'll be a war with giant mech robot suits. Yeah. That's the guy that who posted on our last video, right?
Yeah, the guy who also actually listened to all our podcasts.
I feel bad for him.
Actually, surprisingly, like going a little bit off topic, our first video seemed like it got a few people that actually listened to it, and then the other ones was just like nothing.
Yeah, we gotta click it, because your first video was honestly, I think it was Twitch Thoughts Will Never Die.
Yeah,
and that's pretty good. That's a pretty damn good video. Or that's pretty damn good title, actually. And here I was talking about having integrity. Bump that. get these views, cuz like I uploaded a video today and I was like, man, no views. I'm like, how do I work this YouTube algorithm to my advantage? I'm like, I have no idea.
It's tough. It's so competitive, man.
Yeah.
The YouTube game, the Twitch game, it's all competitive. Super competitive.
Yeah, it freaking is, man. It really is. But at least I'm kind of away from affiliate, so that's
yeah, that's true. But if you go through any game, like any game, dude, and you just start scrolling down, you will see how many people are just at the bottom.
Oh yeah. You definitely will.
It's easy to go through games and just see like the top, hey, couple thousand, maybe something 100 views. But then like you start scrolling down and you really see how many people are at 2 views or even lower than that.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people.
I'm fortunate.
There's this guy I've been following for a long time. His name's like Frosty Ghosts or something, because he plays like old games. I actually started following him because I think he was playing Oblivion. And I came across him recently again. Actually, he's streaming right now. And to put it in perspective, okay, I've been following this guy for years. It's been probably 5 years, right? Because this was one of the first guys I followed. He's at 1 viewer. He's playing Oblivion actually right now. Like he's never gotten views. And this is just one classic example. This guy is an example of just dudes who just stream and don't get anything.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's why I try to diversify my portfolio. I'm kind of doing YouTube, and I need to be more consistent. I need to put more videos up. It's just it's because I'm trying to switch up my schedule so that like after a stream, then I have time to like then just go and record a video and edit it. Because it usually takes me like 3 hours or more to record a video. Only because I don't have like all the sound effects and everything already set up. So like while I'm watching footage, I'll start thinking of stuff, then I'll start looking for more stuff. And so yeah, just trying to add more spice to it and whatnot. But I'm fortunate. The past I've been rated 3 times now, just from playing different games. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. So
I wonder why they decided to choose you. I guess like maybe because you actually have like a well-made stream. Like you don't have much viewers, but you definitely have it like set up for sure.
Yeah, that's probably why. I don't know. Usually I'm just talking incessantly unless I'm playing like there's this game I was playing called
to be honest.
Disco Elysium, and I'm like quiet because I'm actually super bored while playing it. But I'm like, crap! I bought this and now I have to, like, I have to beat it. I have to beat it. But it's a game that has like a lot of talking and reading text dialogue, and sometimes you're just like I love to read, but man, it's like I can't do this game for some reason. And I think it's even harder just because when you have lower amounts of viewers, you've missed the streams where I've been at 20 plus viewers. It's not always for a long time, but when those streams are happening, I'm like a machine gun just constantly talking. But once it gets down to like just being me, kind of, essentially, it's like hard to keep the conversation even if no one's really responding to me, which is I don't know why that's what I've noticed for myself at least.
I've watched a couple of your streams lately. I find you're actually, this is something I noted when I was watching. I was like, you're good at just like keeping verbally active off of pretty much nothing.
Yeah, which
you're just like you're pretty much commentating your own gameplay.
Yeah. I've got a couple of people that have said like, hey, especially when I was playing the Disco Elysium game, they were saying like, I really like how you talk through all your decisions and everything in the game, because it's one of those point and click games.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I think it's what's helped with the raids at least is just the fact that I've been trying out like not necessarily older games, but just different types of games that are like indie, and then people who want to check them out will like pop in the stream and then like leave a follow, and that always helps when you're trying to grow, at least for affiliate. The bigger thing for partner is getting the live viewers, but just trying out different games that are newer more so than some of the really old games, because people tend to not really be looking for them a lot, at least from what I've seen. So yeah. I mean if he likes Oblivion, that's cool. I don't know if he has a plan to actually try and grow or not. But
he actually plays, because I see every once in a while what he's playing. He just so happens to be playing the very game I followed him for. But usually his content generally is not the same game. It's more so just like older games. That's his content.
Right.
And it's like, that's cool, that's respectable, but I guess that's just never really gonna fly.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. It's tough. There's a lot of people that specialize in older games, and I'll see that they have a community, and I'm like, all right, I wonder how they grew those. But this is one guy, he plays a lot of old Metal Gear Solid games. But like, I saw when his stream actually had a whole bunch of people was when like the last one came out, which was Metal Gear Solid 5. And he was playing that, and then his stream was like, it was like,
oh, that was Sarah McKinnon's favorite game, no?
Who?
Sarah McKinnon.
Oh, right, yeah. No, I know, because I always make fun of the game when I was around her, because I was amazed that the game was. I know Metal Gear is a popular series, but the dialogue has always just been just the worst writing I've ever seen in my life. So I was always like, I guess people, you can still like it because it's kind of. is just kind of out there, a little wacky at times. But it was always weirdly enough off-putting for me. So I was like, it's weird because like a lot of serious situations just didn't feel serious because just the dialogue was weird. It's like people don't really talk like that and say like just say it. It's just weird. I'm not gonna go into it, but it's not like a bad game. So it's just been the dialogue for me is just put me off.
I don't know. She's a bit of a boomer anyway, so her her perspective on games is a bit different. Let's be honest. That's kind of mean, but
all I can say is that the dude Hideo, what's his name? Hideo Kojima, the director of the game, he makes interesting characters. I'll say that he makes interesting characters, so he's got something unique. I'll say that for sure. All right, it's definitely unique. It's just it's just awkward. It's just really awkward. It's like but frick, I don't even know where I was going. But yeah, where was I going actually? I don't even know where I was going. I was like, and then I was like, I lost where I was going.
That's a totally good question. I actually don't know where we went away from.
6ix9ine. There's a good clickbait.
Oh, it's so true. 6ix9ine. Damn.
He's back.
Yeah. I'm surprised.
Record-setting Instagram, or what was that? I saw like historical Instagram or whatever live, where it was like a bunch of famous people I saw were like in chat.
I think that's the live stream where he was like, I snitch, right?
Yeah, and he like breaks it down and talks about loyalty, Yeah.
I've seen this stuff, but I actually don't fully like understand what the whole story is. Like, I know he went to jail for just like certain crimes, right? Racketeering or whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't know what the story is beyond that.
Also alleged pedophile.
Oh yeah, I think I saw that too.
I mean, and here's the thing: I don't even know a lot about it. All I know is essentially he was partnered with the 9 Trey Crips to give him that street respect, essentially that street cred in his videos. But it wasn't like he was a part of them. It was like it was a partnership.
Yeah.
And like as he's blowing up, making money, then they're blowing up and getting money. And then, so I don't know, like whatever. I mean, hey, like you got yourself involved with that lifestyle, so you kind of have to reap what happens to you. Reap what you sow.
For sure.
A couple problems I had with his comeback and his latest song, Gooba. I'm no Sean C. All right, you know how I be watching Sean C.
Yeah. Oh, I actually forgot about him. Yeah.
Oh no, you forgot about him. Great. He has gone past being a reactor from time. He's like. He is a music reviewer and he gives commentary on a lot of stuff. I think he's great, right?
Sure, he must be, but I just haven't seen a video in a while.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Not to diss you or not to detract you. What am I doing with this? Don't see shit. Not to say something. Now you a bitch. No. I had to like say that quiet because like I didn't know if someone was behind me. I like looked back. Well, I said, I definitely can't say that, but
this is the situation we're in.
But really my only problem was when they were talking about, or the one article I saw, how it was like, and it was a historical live stream, and I was like, well, is it historical? Like, are we going to be talking about this in schools? Are they gonna put this right up there with the Egyptians, Romans, the Holy Wars, 6ix9ine's live stream? It's not that historical, but I get it. It's he made a live stream, a lot of people watched. Cool. His song though, he came back and he's like, haha, you mad, you must be dumb, stupid, or dumb. And people are rocking with it. He made his money. I'm like, and I'm the only one who's still like, how are people still listening to him? And not even about the street cred. It's just like he sucks. Like he still sucks. I do not get. That's why I never get like mumble rap, because people go like, you don't need to listen to it for the lyrics, and okay, fair enough, right? You can rock to the beat, but you can also hear what they're saying, right? like a lot of times it's just repetitive crap, and it's like they bring the energy, but they have no substance to them. These mumble rappers, you know what they are? These mumble rappers are like protein bars. They give you energy, but there's nothing to them. For the most part, like there's probably protein bars out there that taste good, but whenever I've ever had a protein bar, it's been like, ugh. It's
what
like
do you
eating
talk
sawdust.
When you talk, like, or when anyone talks about mumble rappers who have no substance or whatever, it just makes you think. Always, dude. The dude that always pops up in my head is Lil Pump.
Yeah.
He is just. I mean, he's kind of like not been in anyone's mind since a while, but I feel like he was just always the best representative of that. Lil
Yeah.
Pump.
Yeah. He really is, and then what, it gets kind of tricky because like I'm not saying I don't listen to some trap songs, right? And I'm not saying like all the rappers I listen to are just crazy lyricists that just every line is bars and they do just sick flows and everything.
I mean,
but it's like
when you got a dude who's making a song that goes like Lil Pump, Lil Pump, Lil Pump, Lil Pump, Lil Pump, Lil Pump, Lil Pump. Like that's a song.
It was like when I first heard D-Rose, I kind of rocked with it. I was like, hey, I kind of rock with this. And then like on the second listen, I was like, And on the third listen, I was like, it's just, I'm like, I was like, yeah, it's like the beat's there, but
the beat gets you, but it's like, what is he saying? What is he actually saying?
Yeah, I was just kind of like, oh, well, that's it. Like I've always been listening to like the lyrics as well as the song. So it's always like when they're bringing like literally nothing, like it's weird. Like he brings nothing to his raps of interest. Like it's always all the same thing. How he's gonna shoot you up, how he's taking your girl, all the ice on his neck. It's like it's like you guys want to listen to the same thing all the, like give me something different. Come on, man, like, do something. Like he's got a couple songs where he's come at it with like an aggressive flow, and I'm all right. Well, that's something. That's a little bit of something.
There's someone I don't remember who it is, but there's someone who always talks about ice on his wrists. I'm not actually. That might be Rice Gum. Is it Rice Gum? I don't even know. It's I forget who, but I remember there's some sort of person who makes rap songs. And he's always talking about ice on his wrist.
Frick, man, it could be anyone. Could be Rice Gum.
I don't know. There's just so many people flexing.
Yeah, so, like you can flex. Like that's a part of the rap genre. You can flex. That's like I'm not gonna say like that's not something that's not happened. But it's weird how he just hasn't gotten past that into into anything else.
Actually, have you seen that Rice Gum has been having
beef,
quote unquote beef with KSI?
Yeah. Well, once I saw the video where KSI was like we don't have beef because he's not going to respond to Harry.
Well, I mean, even there's a podcast that like Keemstar and FaZe Banks do, and he actually had both of them, KSI and Rice Gum on there, and on specifically KSI's podcast. FaZe Banks, he started laughing because he's like, I know both of these dudes, like personally. He's like, I know that they literally both do not give a F. They do not care. So it's like he finds it hilarious that there's like quote unquote beef between them when he knows straight up they do not care, and it's like it's literally nothing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just it's always seemed to me since it was mentioned that it's just like the fans trying to stoke the fire.
Yeah.
Now that's a bar. That's a bar. The fans trying to stoke the fire. Fans of the guys. Fans. That's a bar. Okay.
Yeah, one of them got to do that for sure.
That's a commentary bar. First time.
That was actually genius.
It was genius. Yeah.
I got to listen to this podcast if they want good ideas.
Yeah. If you. But Shrek, what was yeah. We're just switching through topics. I mean, that's dumb. 6ix9ine's dumb. I mean, he's making money, so he's obviously not dumb. He's making money by being the biggest troll ever. Obviously, my personal hang up is just that it's just like just doesn't really seem that interesting. So really, it's just it's at the end of the day, I'm just realizing now that it just comes to personal preference. You know, it's whatever. Yeah. It's personal preference. I can't say anything. It's just like, I don't know. He's kind of, he does have the energy, but it's besides that. When I heard him saying like, "You dumb, stupid, or dumb, haha, you mad?" It's like, not really. I just don't know how you've gotten to. I'm just really confused as to how you've gotten to this point, this height of fame and influence.
So, I mean, you're trying to tell me he got raped in prison, I don't know how many times, and he's still not homo?
Oh my goodness.
That's for real.
That's why his actual name is 6ix9ine.
It was a prophecy all along. Oh my god.
He dropped the soap, and then the dude behind them was like, "You know the number. Assume the position."
Oh my god. Anyways, on other news, have you seen that apparently Leafy's back now? Leafy is here himself.
I saw on trending or something. I saw something today that he was talking about like Walmart content cop, and then I saw him doing the thing where he makes like the because I didn't watch it. I was just over the thumbnail. You know how it slips through the clips in the video, and he's doing that thing where he circles his eyes and puts like the rest of his fingers up, and then I just like, yeah, I'm not watching that. So yeah, I did see he was back.
I don't. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I don't think I saw that, but so I know that for sure. Since he stopped, he restarted. His first video was after iDubbbz, basically the iDubbbz simp stuff, and he made a 30-second video because he had apparently only this Sony Vegas trial version, so it only allowed for 30 seconds of footage. So he made a 30-second video on iDubbbz.
You should have the money to own it, but all right.
He does actually, because he like, aside from he made the ad revenue, which was millions, because at that time when he was making all that ad revenue from being as huge as he was at the time, yeah, he made millions. And then after he stopped, apparently people were like, "What the hell is he doing?" He actually invested in stocks and stuff, and he made more millions. That's what he's been doing.
Well, that's a smart decision.
Yeah, it is, and that's what he's been doing. But yeah, so he made a video on iDubbbz. Then there's one here called Content Cop. I don't know what that's about, but he made another one on H3.
Content Cop.
Yeah, it could be that one.
Yep.
And then one on H3 Productions. I saw that one. It was one. It was actually kind of funny because H3 for some reason was getting all passionate about defending iDubbbz. I don't know if you saw that or not.
No, I don't watch H3. I you remember I never even watched their podcast, so I wasn't surprised when it went down the drain.
Yeah, no, he was. I'm so I hate to say this too because I've been a long time H3 fan, but I'm like, man, what the hell? What is happening with this guy?
Well, ego, the fame has gotten to him, and maybe it was always there, and his wife was always editing that out. And it was just like, oh, it's fun and quirky, and then you get it in full podcast form, and it's like, oh,
changed financially because he wasn't rich before, and he's sure as hell rich now. He's got a huge mansion, he's rich.
Yeah, ego.
Yeah, so that for sure. But yeah, if you ever come across that video, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. He looks almost scary the way he's defending Ian, but yeah.
Well, probably because they're friends, right?
Yeah, but again, you'll see what I mean. He acts weird. And he's made some more other kind of whatever videos. But they've been getting a lot of views, though. It looks like a lot of people are back on the Leafy train.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Well,
and it's not even like, they're not even hating on him. It's like, the comments are positive, the like ratio is really good. Like, it almost seems like people don't care about what Leafy, why they were mad at him in the first place. You know what I mean?
well,
That's how.
remember what IDub said? He said if you unsubscribe because of the content comp, you're weak.
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah,
we
he did.
both agreed at the time. Like, I was never following Leafy anyways. I just thought he made a funny video on him. And then I saw, like, everyone, whoa, wait a second. He's got no freaking chin? This guy's got no freaking chin. And then they just started en masse leaving. And it was like, what the hell? It's like, it seems so dumb. So I feel like all those people, or at least it's going to be returning people, or people that were already there, and probably people that are returning who've like grown up since that video long ago, who are like, that was stupid.
Yeah.
Like, why did I subscribe? That's stupid. So, you know, good for him. Like, you know, go get your money, right? So whatever,
Yeah,
you're free to do it.
I do wonder why he has decided to come back, though. Like, I wonder if there's a bigger picture in his mind. Because, like I said, he's made a lot since then. And it's not like he's definitely not making ad revenue in this state of YouTube. So I wonder what it is.
Could be boredom. Could be maybe he thought it was just time. He wanted to do something, you know.
True.
I mean, he probably liked making the videos. Anyways, maybe he just wanted to, you know, like I said, just go back to making the videos.
Yeah, it could be just a new spark in his passion for making videos once again.
Yeah.
Could be that.
That's hobby.
Yeah, but since then, on 3, 4, 5, 6, he's made 7 videos since his return, and that was only over a month ago. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. I mean, he sure as hell got the time and the money to, you know.
Oh, for sure. He's not working. He's just investing in
chilling.
stocks, and has already made millions. So it's like, what the hell is he gonna do anyways? Yeah. Besides that, I'm not really sure what else has been going on.
Yeah.
I probably have had certain things come across in my head, but I don't really remember.
Yeah, same here. It's just been kind of.
I just started jotting these down.
Taking it day by day, and just happy to not having to go to work. That's what helps me out, or that's what keeps me going. It's just like, yeah, I don't have to go to work. Great. Like, I can work. Oh, I'm working from home, but just not having a job.
How has that been working at home?
I mean, it's whatever. It's like my grandparents don't really bother me because they see me at the computer.
Just been chill.
Yeah, it's just been chill. Like, it's starting to get more busy. With companies starting to open up a bit more, and we're taking more calls and all that. But you know, we only have one dude at the shop.
I do slightly wonder why that's not like a thing in the first place. I mean, I don't know. I could be crazy, but I'm like, I wonder why, if everything is so, you know, especially in your kind of work environment, if everything is so like based on being connected through telephone, internet, all that stuff, it's like, why do you all need to be in the same building? I don't really understand that.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? I don't know. I think I would do it differently if I was like in charge of things.
I think the reason is because when we're all in the same all in the same building, it's easier to hold people accountable to actually doing work. And check on them. That's the thing. I mean, if you're like, how are you going to train someone like over the phone? Actually, I mean, you can do that. Actually, never mind. So,
Even for training, though, it's like you can do some training session. And it's like, okay, you're kind of ready to just do your thing, you know?
Yeah, you got to do more than that. Because we had to shadow our guys for like a month before we were at the front desk. We didn't just go. They didn't just go like, here's the things you say here, here, and here, and there you go. Because there's just too many situations that you deal with when you're at the front. When it's just like customers coming in and like they're either dumb or they know what they need, or they have ulterior motives and they're trying to trick you, or they're trying to steal all the friggin' pencils for themselves. Yeah, you can't really go over that. You can't go out there with just like a cheat sheet of questions and then you're good. And we have a cheat sheet of questions, but it doesn't cover, like, it covers some of the basic questions you ask, but then there's still the issue of, like, you're talking to a customer and they're giving you like the complete wrong information, and the only way that you can get to show them what you mean is like when they're in the shop, you pull up the catalog and you're like, this is what I'm talking about, what you have is wrong, and they're like, oh. I still think that's dumb because Google, I've always been like, I don't know why. There are guys that will call us with part numbers and I'll go like, why didn't you just Google it? Like, you called us on the phone, you have the part number, put it into Google and you will get the spec sheets. Because that's all I do. I don't memorize this stuff. There's way too many parts to memorize. Give you the number. I go into Google and I'm like, oh yeah, that's the 1000 ohm nickel 4-inch probe sensor. Like, how did you know that? Because I Googled it. Yeah. That's how I knew it. I don't know every sensor. That's impossible. There are way too many parts manufacturers. There's no way you're gonna know. You might know you're gonna know a brand. You
could be a freaking encyclopedia and know everything. So
yeah, that's what it is. Like, there's a lot of guys that like to use us and it, like, waste our time, where they'll call in and they'll give us all this information and we'll quote everything out for them, and then we'll call back like that day or the next day, like, hey, so what's happening with the job? Oh yeah, I got someone else to do it. Oh, so you basically got us to quote all the parts, select everything, and now you just get someone else to do it for most likely a cheaper price than what we quoted. Now it makes sense. You can still do that, right? Because that's kind of the nature of the beast. If someone's asking for a quote and it's for a project, that they're not just asking one person, they're usually asking around and they're going to choose the better price. Mm-hmm. It just sucks when you waste time doing it and then you don't get the quote, or they don't even tell you like, hey, the price was a little high. Do you think you can do better? Like, our good customers who know us will go like, hey, the price was a little higher. This company was higher than you. They don't always say that. Most of the time they'll just go like, someone was this amount higher than you. Can you match that? Can you do better? And then that's when I get with my manager and go like, what can we do with this? And yada yada, and we work out pricing for them. But yeah, it's just you don't want to waste like an hour doing something and then see no return, because it feels like you wasted an hour. But,
yeah, I can see how that will definitely feel yeah, like.
But you're definitely right. Like, I don't see the point in being in the shop, especially now. Like, it's not like I want to see them. Yeah. I'll be nice to customers, but I definitely I don't think about them like, man, that guy was so, like, no, I'm done work. I don't care. I'm gone.
You got the right price.
Like, I think I said this, I forgot what happened when our company was essentially shutting down, back when the thing was like first majorly popping off and they were saying like companies would kind of shut down and yada yada. I was like doing the nastiest Millie Rock in my head. Like just the nastiest Millie Rock, stank leg, orange justice. Like, it was going, I was popping off in my head, and the whole time I was trying to look sad.
You were like so freaking excited. You're like, yo, I'm hype. Our company is going down. Oh my god. Like 2 weeks off? Hell yeah.
I was so ready. I was like, yo, I want to see none of these customers, man. None of these guys. Bump them. Oh man, it was
so heating and air conditioning.
No, literally, I do not. You freeze. You can freeze. Oh man. It was so great. But now I have to call. Now I have to pick up the phone. So
Is it, like you pick up your cell phone? Is that what it is? No.
through my computer.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so it's always funny. Like, so when they were setting up the VPN for me to connect to my our work's network, and the guy, like, so they have to do like the remote connection, and so he remotely connects to my computer through the application, which I since have deleted because I'm like, I don't want him just being able to do that whenever he wants. Even though I know that the tech support, I don't care. It's my computer now, so I delete that app as soon as I'm done with it. And he goes on and he sees like the animated wallpaper and he's like, oh, he's like, you know computers? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, oh, well then this will be easy because it takes me like an hour for everyone else and it took us 15 minutes. I was like, I was like, all right, well, I guess the rest of the like, yeah, it doesn't make sense to me. That's all I'm gonna say because we all work on computers all day. And the stuff that he did was the most basic stuff. But, not everybody knows everything. So, fair enough.
And he got that just from your anime wallpaper?
Yeah. It wasn't anime. What the heck, man? Didn't I tell you I'm on that vaporwave, synthwave aesthetic stuff?
Okay, yeah.
I'd have to show you. Then you would get what I mean. But
No, yeah. I think I've seen it.
But, yeah, that's my new...
Either that or a punk, what was that called again? Freaking cyberpunk.
Yeah, or cyberpunk, yeah. Like, if you look at my profile icon, despite it actually being anime, it's colored like, I think it's vaporwave that it's kind of based off of. So it's got that, like, purple, blue, neon, 80s, like 80s in the future. It's just, I don't know why, I just really like it. It's just, I really like that kind of stuff. It's, gets me going.
I kind of do too, Loki.
Yeah, I'm trying to just make all my stuff look like it. Like even the picture you're saying that we should use for the podcast with Woody Harrelson and Wesley Snipes. I'm just gonna put that on a freaking retro background, or I'm gonna put them like superimposed over a retro background. But how about you?
Like, what's my situation?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, how's things going? How's the wife?
The wife, she's not not existent.
Oh man, he killed her already.
Man.
Listen, you're going to jail. You're taking too long to answer this question.
Figuring it out is pretty much how it is. I was actually enough about my future that just doesn't exist.
Boy.
I know. How about this? Have you heard about? I'm sure you've heard about this. Mike Tyson coming back to boxing.
Yeah, I feel like he's gonna get cracked.
Yeah, I agree. I saw people saying, including Joe Rogan, he's like, he looks good. Like, he seems confident in him. I'm like, okay, sure, he looks probably really good for like 53-year-old or whatever he is.
Yeah.
But like, what's he gonna do against anyone who's young? Like, it's just not gonna happen, man. He can probably beat the average. Not probably, for 100%. You can beat the average 23-year-old for sure. But a 23-year-old boxer, 28-year-old boxer, 35-year-old boxer, it doesn't matter. I think he'll just lose to anyone.
Yeah, like, and so it's like, say he does have that power, all right? He hasn't been boxing in a long time. Does he still have the slick head movement? Does he still have the footwork, the positioning? Like, I don't know. Like, maybe he could, because, you know, some people are freaks of nature, like that. Some, like, super athletes.
Stamina, too. That's a huge thing.
Oh, stamina, definitely. It's like, there's so many factors at play, and like anyone can look good when they're shadow boxing. KSI looks good shadow boxing, and all this guy knows how to do is throw like freaking wild haymakers.
Yeah, haymakers.
Like, I mean, well, I don't know if you know the boxer Deontay Wilder, but that's just KSI. He's just Deontay Wilder, except he's not a freak athlete like Deontay Wilder is. So, like,
Yeah.
Good, not to diss KSI, he definitely put the work in, but Deontay Wilder is a freak athlete. That's why he won so many fights, just throwing bombs or even jabs to just drop people, and it's just disgusting because he's just a freak athlete. Then he loses when he came across a real OG boxer. Because that Tyson fight, I don't know if you saw it, Tyson Fury fight was just like a clinic on like, hey, here's what happens when you're not only an athlete, but you know the game, you know the fight game, you have a plan. Then Wilder got messed up. Like, I think you've seen it. He got beat. Right, so I don't know I don't know who Mike Tyson is gonna face. Yeah, and I mean, boxing has changed a little bit from when he was in the league, so he might be facing just against some unorthodox fighters, and like I don't know. I mean, hey, good for him. Good for him.
Yeah, good for him.
I just don't see it personally.
I could see him beating some like maybe some like possibly some like lower tier pros or something. Like,
yeah,
even I can't even see average tier pros like him beating. I don't know. He's just too old. It's as simple as that. He's very old.
It's just tough. I mean, that's how boxing is anyways. It's like the talented people, they're fed the journeymen and the cans of fighters until they rack up an impressive record, and then they prove themselves with much more proven fighters. Mm-hmm. But I don't know, man. I mean, it'd be interesting to see a fight, see how that goes. Maybe Roy Jones could come back. I don't know if you know who Roy Jones is, but that guy was actually, he's not going to come back. He's not going to come back. I don't think that guy's coming back. But that guy in his prime was like he was the Floyd Mayweather, but like way better than Floyd. Like what that dude in his prime, like there was literally no one that could touch him at all.
But was he undefeated like Floyd though?
No, because he got older and then, yeah.
True. So yeah, I guess he was just less consistent, but had a better prime, is what you're saying.
Yeah, but if like, I mean, it's one of those things where if I think they're two different weight classes too. There definitely are, so they would not meet up, I believe. But basically,
the thing I always see so impressive with Floyd is like he finished with 50 wins, 0 losses, wins by KO 27. That's almost half. Like, holy crap.
Yeah, but he's not the only one that's finished undefeated, but he's, I guess, just the most popular example, so people say he's the best.
With that many wins?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. Basically, I've been watching a lot of oh snap! Actually, he is. I'm stupid, huh? I had seen someone else that had. Oh well. Here's some of them. There's so Floyd Mayweather 50-0, Rocky Marciano 49-0.
Rocky, like the freaking Rocky guy from Sylvester Stallone, whatever. No.
Ricardo Lopez 51-0, and wait, what's that? Is that one for a loss there? Okay, well, why is that here? Joel, can't say his name, 46-0. I had seen someone who has 54-0, and maybe that was just a dream I had. Okay, well, I'm stupid, but but there is a list. So I guess really Floyd Mayweather has the most by 1. Because the guy below him is 49.
Well, Mike Tyson, on the other hand, this is where he's very impressive. 50. I just searched this up right now. 50 wins, including 44 KOs. That's almost all of them. That's insane.
That is pretty insane. You know what's more insane?
Six losses, which is obviously, like not 0 losses, but it's like freaking 44 KOs out of 50 wins.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah. You know what's more insane? Muay Thai fighters have crazy, crazy careers.
Who?
Muay Thai. You ever?
Muay.
I guess you never watched Muay Thai. You know, with the knees, elbows, kicks.
Muay Thai
No?
martial arts.
You don't know what Muay Thai is? Wow,
Nope.
this is very awkward, isn't it? Jeez, I
Muay Thai.
Muythai.
Muay Thai. Well, okay, I searched that and then it gave me a Wikipedia page of Muay Thai, like Muay and then Thai.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, actually, yeah, Muay Thai. Yeah,
Okay, true.
yeah. These mofo's be fighting. These mofos. There's a guy, freaking 299 wins. Another guy, 239 wins.
Dang, they must be fighting a heck a lot then.
Yeah, that's crazy because that's a more brutal sport than boxing for sure.
I wonder why boxing they like don't fight so much then.
Brain damage.
True. They'll literally die of brain damage before they end their career.
You are definitely getting punched up, for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, maybe Tyson will come back. But like we both said, don't doesn't seem like a good choice. But if he wants to, you know,
I go for it. I think he's just gonna get smacked up and retire again. I really think that's what's gonna happen.
That really seems like the most likely case.
But he says apparently he has a what I think he said something about his ego being ignited again or something.
Yeah, I think he said something about the war gods calling for him or something.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, which is
I think that's the brain damage talking to be.
Mike, who are you talking to in there? The war gods calling. The war gods. He's talking about the war gods.
The guy was in the room as he was saying that. He's like, "What are you even looking at?" I see nothing. He's like, "It's right there. It's in the corner. Do you not see that?"
He's like Joker at the end of the Joker film. He's just there smoking, and he's like, "You wouldn't understand."
Pretty much. You know, I have my brain damage.
Well, shoot. Well, I can kind of say that that's where we'll end it.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. It's been a good amount of time.
Hell yeah.
Almost an hour and a half.
Let me check this and make sure it was actually recording. Oh no. It was. So.
You're about to make me grab back under my drawer and just shoot myself.
Alright, so yeah, we're gonna call it there. As always, have a good day. Well, I don't even know I don't even know how to end this. You're the one that ends this on the. As always, like, subscribe.
I usually say, just like, subscribe, and peace.
I hate you for listening to this. I hope you burn in hell that doesn't exist. That's dark.
Yeah, I mean. Yeah, okay. So you heard it, boys. Like, subscribe, and peace.